This hit goes out to you, Mr. Wick.
Let me know in the comments if you want me to do more of like the movies, series, games.
And so it begins.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. So on today's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing the John Wick haircuts. So this is John, and we're going to be cutting his hair. So it is Keanu Reeves' pretty much statement haircuts. We're going to be leaving it a little bit sort of wet. I'm going to work a little bit of product in there just to give it that sort of running through the places, shooting people vibe. The way that we're going to look at it is he wears it shorter around the front, pretty much one length. So we're just going to cut it off nice and blunt, comb some bits away, just enhance it a little bit. There's already layers in here from the mannequin, but this is going to be how to cut, style, wear John Wick's haircut. So when it comes to sectioning for the John Wick haircut, what we're going to do is, again, easy front to back, exposing both sides. And we are just going to do, it's not real sort of heavy bangs, it's just a little bit of sort of dishevelment. So we're going to come in from the middle of the eyebrow and then the middle of the eyebrow and just meet in there. And this is going to be that sort of fringe sort of area. And then just to put some layers in, a little bit of texture, we're just going to elevate up, and then this will all be elevated up to here. So all of this back section is just going to be all elevated up, maintain the length, again, elevated up through there, elevated up through there, and we're just going to have a little section there for a little bit of a fringe, longer than that, a little bit like lived in, but that is where it's going to all travel up to. And then we're just going to cut the baseline in, point cut, to give us that sort of dishevelled length that Keanu Reeves rocks in John Wick 1, 2, 3 and 4. And guys, if you're wanting to wear the John Wick haircut, this is how to style it as well. So what to go in and ask for, you can see the breakdown of the sectioning pattern that we've just done. It's all elevated, maintaining that length, adding a little bit of texture and layer through there, and there is a little hint of a fringe, which is going to be all brought to the middle. So it gets a little bit longer towards the edges, but nothing sort of like really bangs. If you don't know what bangs is, it's what a lot of the girls are wearing at the minute. High point of the head to that top of the ear, and this being a man's mannequin, the head is bigger, so it actually falls to just on top of the ear, whereas the female mannequins, they fall to just behind the ear. But if I just show you that, just there's that section, and I'll do exactly the same on this side. Through there. I think that could be a saying, couldn't it? Through there. I've got just on a t-shirt through there, and actually. So I'm just going to leave that as is. I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm just going to take the length off, take all those stragglers off, but take it to probably, what's that, 3 inches we're going to take off there. And then when it comes to the front section, I'm just brushing it all forward, but we don't want a really heavy sort of fringe area. I'll stop saying bangs, but we're going to go from middle of the eyebrow. So that's all the fringe is going to be, them pieces there. So it just sort of works around the forehead, around the face, gets in his eyes when he's on a mission. Really simple sectioning, straight through, middle back to occipital bone, sort of bottom of the ear, combing it down nice and straight. And in the pictures I've seen, it's very, very blunt, but it's a bit lived in. So I'm just going to be cutting a blunt line across, but point cutting straight through. But I think I am getting some sort of bug or virus or something. My chest is like so wheezy. And again, we've probably gone 3 inches up again, because I don't think this hair is actually going to reach. And if it does, we've just got minimal to take off. Yeah, dust. There we go. That's the back done. Half the haircut, we're already there. So I'm just going to draw a centre back section now, like so. I'm just going to come onto the front, and I'm going to go down the middle, either side of that fringe, I'm just going to elevate to there. So not 45 degrees. What's that? Probably about 80 degrees, or shall we say? We'll go 80 degrees. Still elevating to create softness. And on this mannequin, I'm taking off about 1 inch off that first section. Depending on your client's hair length, you could be taking off a lot more. But I don't really want there to be layers in it. When you see the movie, his hair is very dense. Got a good head of hair, old Keanu. Just adds that little bit of shape, maintains that length through there. What we might want to do, doesn't even reach that front piece. I thought we might have to trim the length up. So we're working 80 degrees. Again, pulling straight up, looking for my guide. Come on, Keanu. Oh, it's John, isn't it? Straight up here, 80 degrees, and we've just got nothing really. But we know we're maintaining that length, and this mannequin must have all the blood in it from his fighting. With the fringe, we're going to take it in one. We're going to sort of bring it all together, clump it together in the middle. And we want to fall. I want it to fall just above his sort of point of his nose. And when we're over directing into the middle, elevating, creating softness, we don't want a lot of softness. We don't want this to be a soft haircut for a guy. We want there to still be a lot of strength in there. And that's why I took it in one. I think we'll go a little bit shorter actually. We'll go another 1/2 inch through there. That's better. Looks like John now. Working on the back, we're just going to be working down through here. A guide, we can grab our first section from that middle section on top. And then we find it a tiny bit. This mannequin is so heavily layered anyway. I'll go through the motions. If you are going to be working with longer hair, you're just going to bring it up to that point, all the way up from the bottom. So if this person had really long hair and you're like, whoop, bringing it right up, you bring it up to that guide and then cutting like that. So let's just do this side. Again, we need a guide, stealing a bit of that middle part in. We find that guide, and then as if we were working through the motions, because this is really heavily layered, as I said. But I'll be showing you how to dry it also and style it. That's it. That is the haircut. So a long sort of, I don't want to say medium length, because a lot of guys always say, oh, like medium length hair. Medium length hair is sort of like here. I'd say this is like a long hair, and then we've got extra long. That's how I would class. But then with women, this would be sort of like a medium bob, I suppose, if we're working on this sort of length. Maybe long bob. It's different, isn't it, when we're working with different looks and genders as well. Right. So that's it. We wanted that hair in some of it. It's worn like this. So it's just framing that face. And I think this is where before he's been in a fight, where it's sort of like that. Let's bring it a little bit closer. Sort of wears it like that, a bit more sort of pushed forward. Let me get out of the way. Like that. And then just one length, but with a bit more shape around the front as we've got. And then when he's been in a fight, his fringe starts to go all over the place and a little bit more messy. Keanu Reeves, John Wick's hair. And if you haven't seen the movie, it's a long movie. And a fact is, in the 3 hours of the movie, he speaks 380 words for millions. He has to do a bit of running, but a lot of money for very little words. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this where I've started, this was a new thing that one of my clients said that you should do. When there's new big series or big movies, maybe I'll do the haircut from it, so you guys can go and get the haircut from your hairdresser, or come to me. I mean, we've had so many clients come from all over to come and let me colour their hair, cut their hair. Just had one last week. Last week from Epping, Alana. So thank you for coming. But yeah, if you've enjoyed it, let me know in the comments if you want me to do more of like the movies, series, games. Comment down below what you'd like me to do, because if there's any big things that I'm missing, I'll do the haircuts for it. But yeah, it's something I think is really cool actually. The thumbnail is going to be the movie title, and then hopefully this guy will be the main guy on the front, on Keanu's body, is what I want to try and do. And then I'll be cutting. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button, like button, comment down below what you want to see me do next. And until next time, I'll see you on the next video.